Hi, I'm Vick. I am non-binary and I'm a registered nurse. And I also am studying part-time. I'm working at Your Community Health in Preston as the nurse there in the new trans and gender diverse program that, well, I think it's about a year, been going on for about a year now. I have been lucky enough to continue working. In that sense, I've been able to socialize and chat with my colleagues and clients. So I haven't felt as isolated, I suppose, as others. And I absolutely recognize, that that's a huge privilege and has, probably helped my mental health. And it's also been interesting being a healthcare worker, even though I'm not working in the hospitals or having minimal exposure to people with COVID. I have felt like I should just, even though we're all meant to be isolating anyway, that feeling of definitely needing to stay away from people and probably not being as welcome in spaces as I would have been previously, just because of the possibility I have, my risk is higher. So I live in the inner north suburbs of Melbourne, and that is where I have been spending all of my time. Obviously, lockdown. A lot of my family and people who are close to me live in the sort of outer eastern suburbs. My partner actually lives about an hour away, so we actually haven't seen each other much at all since March, maybe a handful of times. So that's been pretty difficult. And it's not just because of lockdown, for various other reasons. We're both parents and, it's just such a difficult time and, just trying to find time. It hasn't been working, but it's been fine. We keep in contact like constantly on the phone and, keep each other company that way, I guess. And I've also really connected with my kid. Like, we've spent so much time at home, and before lockdown, we just, I'd go to work, they'd go to school, and, we'd see each other in the evenings and stuff like that. But we have spent so much time together, and it's just been so good. I've learned so much more about them. And they're at such a pivotal age as well in adolescence. So it's been so nice being present for that and, connecting again. We play a lot of video games and watch a lot of anime. They're really into anime, so it's pretty great. I've also been going for lots of walks with my sister and her daughter. The kids haven't been going to school and stuff, and their social things have really reduced, obviously. So it's been nice to get them out of the house and seeing each other, even just for 45 minutes or whatever, and having a bit of a chat and talking about whatever it is that they talk about. I think it was in the moment where we had a bit of break from lockdown for those couple of weeks, and I'd organised to see my partner after not having seen him for months. And I think my daughter had a friend's birthday party. It was just two of them, or three of them, going to the friend's house. And the day before that all this was meant to happen, I got a call from DHS to say that I'd been a close contact of somebody with COVID and had to isolate for 14 days. And it was just devastating. My daughter was just distraught. It was horrible. But there's nothing that you can do about it. And it happened again. I'd made some plans, and then I got sick, and it was just a cold, but I had to get tested and then isolate until the results came back. So there were a couple of times where things like that happened. I do enjoy the company of people more than I thought. Like, I'm quite an introverted person. Not that I don't enjoy people's company, but I, usually in small amounts, and I'm introverted. But I've definitely been missing that connection with friends and, people in your community, people that you can just be yourself with. I've absolutely missed that. But at the same time, I have also really enjoyed how accessible things are now. I just will be really sad if that changes, because I have been able to attend, parties and events and things from my couch with my daughter at home, or while I'm writing an essay, I can listen to a live DJ set. It's just been so great. And I feel like, because we're all sort of in the same position in terms of, you know, being socially isolated from each other, connecting online has just increased so much. And I feel like I've connected with, you know, people in my community so much more via like Instagram or, you know, whatever platform online, which has just been really nice. I just really want to encourage everyone to continue making everything as accessible as possible. You know, that has just really been the highlight for me, and yeah, I'm going to really push to keep that going.